Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 19. We are continuing our Alpine Farming map here. Erlengrat, I believe is the name of the map, right? Yes. Where is it at? There we go, Erlengrat. A couple of changes since the last time we recorded an episode. We actually just recently got access to a free DLC. I say we, I mean everybody got access to it. It's even on console, I believe. Free DLC called Precision Farming DLC. Now, I could have chosen not to turn it on, but it looked kind of cool. It's supposed to add a little bit of extra realism, I suppose, to the game, and it kind of adds some extra kind of nuance to how you do lime and fertilize and stuff like that, because you actually have to take soil samples, and different soil reacts differently and needs different levels of fertilization and lime and things like that. So. In fact, if we go look over here, I mean, that right there is the precision farming thing. But if we look over here real quick, where is it? There we go. If we look at the soil composition, we can see what needs weeded, what needs plowed, but we can't see the other two things because those things are currently hidden by the precision farming thing. We need to actually get the soil analysis tool. In fact, once we get the soil analysis tool, we'll be able to see what's got. We got loamy sand, sandy loam, silty clay, and then we got the little bottom one there tells us that whether or not a soil sample has been taken. Different pH balances, nitrogen, different yields. In fact, we can actually see the yields over here on this on this contract farm, contract field, I should say. As you can see, it's actually an orange, which is not very good, which is normal for contract fields. Contract fields usually don't have any of the fertilization, any of that kind of stuff done, so they're usually pretty low yield anyway. So it's kind of one of the new features that's going to be added in. I don't know how much we'll be able to get into it today. I'll try to get into it. Some of the things that we need to be able to buy to take care of this are, if we come over here to, I think it's under miscellaneous. We need to buy this Scout soil sampler. It's $17,000. I think in order to use that, we might need the John Deere thing here. They've actually got a new, there's two John Deere things here, look identical, right? XUV 865M, XUV 865M. They look identical. The difference is this one actually allows you to add a 3-point attachment to the back. Now, if it's a 3-point attachment, now obviously our current tractor already has a 3-point attachment. I'm going to see if we can use our current tractor to hook up to that thing, the soil sampler, but in case we can't, I will, I don't know, I'll figure something else out. Speaking of soil sampler, I mean, we do have a little bit of money right now. So technically, I think we could probably try it out. I don't know if you can do it on a field that is already got crop on it or not. But how are we going to know until we try? So let's go ahead and come over here, drop this thing off. And I think we're going to go ahead and buy that soil sampler. And, oh, I just ran over my lawnmower. Sorry, lawnmower. I didn't see you there. You're tiny. We'll go ahead and drop this thing off and go see if we can pick that up with this particular tractor. And see if we can start taking some soil samples and try out the new feature. So let's actually go ahead and buy that thing. Oh, wrong thing. There. Alright, so we bought that. Like I said, this thing does have a 3-point attacher on the back. Obviously, that's pretty normal for pretty much all tractors. So I'm hoping it's the same one that we can use for this. And since this particular tractor already has the narrow wheels, we should be able to just drive out onto the field and see if it'll let us take a soil sample or not. Now, one of the aspects of this soil sample thing is that it's supposed to make your farm more efficient and help you to increase the yields. Now, is that going to be more efficient and better yields than if we just didn't have the precision farming turned on? I honestly don't know. But we're going to try it out because it looks like, kind of fun. We'll mess around with it and see if it's something we enjoy or not. Alright, so it looks like we can hook that up. Okay. So we do have that hooked up now. Unfold soil sample unit. We can take soil samples. So it looks like we should be able to use this tractor for it. Now the question is, can we do that on a field that's already got crop on it? If I just come over here to the corner of this field, unfold it, and then lower, and then take soil sample. Oh, it's actually a pretty big circle that it looks like it's taking a soil sample. Okay, fair enough. Can we just drive up? I mean, it doesn't look like we're destroying any crop. We are able to see the size of that circle, though. So we'll come over here a little bit more. Actually, probably need to back up a little bit just to kind of get a little bit more of a coverage. Take a few of these, see what happens. I'm sure there's a more efficient way of doing this, but the other thing is that was added in with the precision farming is there's a new GPS module unit, whatever you want to call it. There's a couple of buildings that come with this new GPS kind of antenna, I suppose is probably the best way to call it. That's supposed to make your workers just better at their job and quicker at doing what they do. So if you use the workers a lot, it's supposed to help them do their thing a little bit better. So it doesn't look like we're destroying any crop or anything like that. So it looks like we can just keep doing this. Go ahead and get these fields finished off. See what our fields are made up of, you know. Now, it probably costs us money to send these soil samples off. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. Now, I don't know how often you're supposed to have to take these soil samples, or like if something you have to do regularly because stuff can change. I'm sure it will tell us if like a soil sample needs to be retaken or anything like that. This looks like we're actually taking soil samples for the field across the way that's not even ours. It's kind of interesting. It's not too bad. I mean, it doesn't take too long to knock this out. We'll go up a little bit further this time, and we'll cover the middle stuff with a separate pass. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is, I mean, do we actually have to do the whole field? I assume we do, because that's why else would they have the coloring there? I assume it'd be a bit inaccurate if you didn't cover the whole field with the soil samples. And I think each field can have different types of soil. I think the soil type is, what am I trying to say? It's not uniform. Maybe is the best word, or like just one field is not going to have just a single soil type. Maybe that's a better way to just say it. So this thing could be half sandy loam and half loamy sand, which I don't know the difference between sandy loam and loamy sand. I mean, they sound the same. I'm sure there's a big difference between the two. One's probably got more sand, one's probably got more loam, I would imagine. Alright, we'll go ahead and send the soil samples for analysis. And we'll see the results soon. So there we go. Our first set of soil samples taken. Was it worth $17,000? I don't know. Probably not. But, I mean, as long as we're using the mod, the DLC, we do have to do this in order to be able to see where to put fertilizer. So we do know that fertilizing and liming is critical. Oh, it actually does cost us money to do the soil samples. That's not too surprising, to be fair. So there we go. Now we can see the soil tops. So we have loam around the edge there and all along the bottom here. Got sandy loam kind of across the middle, and there's just a little bit of loamy sand just in this middle strip here. So that's going to change kind of what pHs we need for different things. Now, my understanding is if you just leave it at default, the there's a nitrogen as well. The fertilizer and the lime machines will just automatically take it to the level that it needs to be at for each of these, because each of these needs a different type of oh wow, you can even see the cost and everything. Oh, this is pretty cool. Show total values, show values since reset. So we can actually see, you know, how much lime is put on there, mineral fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, manure, all that kind of stuff, seeds, fuel. Like, it's really going to break down the cost of each of these fields and how much profit we're making off of these. So that's really cool. We can even see that, you know, how much we spent on soil samples. So currently we're actually in the hole on both of these. Not sure how we've earned $800 off this one since the reset, because we just started, but this one's earned us $5 apparently. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing, is that we're going to be able to see, I've even got the yields on there. So it's got 12,317 liters. 4.3 to $800. What does that mean? I'm not sure if I'm understanding some of that. Anyway, so there we go. So there's our, that's kind of what that is. So that's that mechanic. This is, what is this? This is yield. Not sure why the yields are that color. Clear yield map on field 22. Clear it? I don't want to clear it. Or is it just unselect it, maybe? So then, where are we at? We're actually, as soon as this bottom strip gets done, we will actually go ahead and harvest this field as well. We're almost ready to harvest that one. And we'll see how that adds into the whole mix of things. Now, do these things need fertilized? Probably, to be honest. But I'm going to wait till the next round of seeding just to get them fertilized, just because I kind of want to see the process, you know, kind of the whole process all in one fell swoop type of thing. I honestly don't even know if we need liming or not. CC's precision farming. It's not going to tell us. It's so interesting. So if we go over to the precision farming, how do we know if it needs lime? Lime is the pH. So what is good? I honestly don't know. It's cool that it tells us how the big size of the fields and everything as well. But if we go to help, so pH value. Okay, so there we go. Oh, that's the target pH values per soil type is the color there. Or no, that's not the color. So we said we had loam, sandy loam, and loamy sand, right? So we need between 6 and 6.75. So if we come over here, 6 and 6.75. So 6 is that kind of greenish color. 6.75 is a darker. So actually these do look like they need lime. So we'll probably run some lime across this once we get done with the harvest, because it does appear that they will need some lime on them, at least to bring them up a little bit. We'll try it. You're full, so let's go ahead and get you taken care of. Our contract's still going for our potatoes over here. It's actually got quite a ways left to go, but it's going to be worth a decent amount of money. So yeah, we really just need to kind of fast forward until this rest of this field is ready to roll, I guess. I mean, we could start harvesting what's over there now. We might as well, I guess. Why not? It's not going to hurt anything. I do want to try to get everything on the same cycle again, though. Oh, the fact that we're going at 5 speed. I'm trying to go at 5 speed, keep it at 5 speed, just kind of keep the game kind of rolling. I used to slow down to 1 speed a lot, which is fine, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I feel like this helps the game go roll just a little bit better. Actually, no, I'm going to start over here on the other side. Let my worker do the turnarounds over there. We have a lot of piles of grass around that we should go around and pick up. Probably turn into, get out my way sign. Turn into silage and stuff like that, probably. Not the silage that we did like in the last playthrough, where we did it at the bio diesel plant or whatever it is. Just wrap it up, do that kind of old school silage. I say old school. I honestly don't know which one would have been more old school than the other. Yeah, just go ahead and go. I do want to get the GPS things though, making these guys quicker and more efficient. We're going to be using them a lot. Might as well get that. Yeah, it's good. What are the prices looking at like right now? It's best at Felsbrunn. So we'll definitely send it to Felsbrunn unless something changes. Bringing Mill is going up though. So do we able to see like any sort of... So we are seeing yields coming in. In fact, we're actually seeing dollar amounts. Now, what is that dollar amount based off of? I'm sure if I understand some of the... I get the 12,795 or 12,8... Actually, it's going up. Why is that going up? How is the yield going up? Is that total? I mean, is it counting yield from before when we've harvested in the past? Maybe. Must be. Okay, so since last reset. But we just loaded this add-on, so I assume, or this DLC, so I assumed it would just, this would be a reset. This would count as the reset. But I mean, it's cool that we're able to see like the value of our field kind of climbing up. I still wish I understood the like what dollar amount it's using. Because I mean, it depends on where I sell it at. It really kind of changes how much money I get, right? All right, we've made, we're about to hit $2,000. We've got about 800 in there. I think it's using the most expensive one. So whatever the case is, I still think it's pretty cool to see the amounts of crop yields and things like that. I just maybe I don't understand the full what all that means, to be honest. So we'll get there. And we are able to see the yields on the map now, which, as we can see, it does look like we weren't getting full yields. We're not even close to full yields on this field. In fact, we got some dipping down to like 50, 55%, stuff like that. So we definitely have some work cut out for us to get these fields in tip-top shape to be able to get maximum yields. But it's definitely an interesting extra little feature there. All right, so that's going there. Go ahead and get you hooked up because we're going to need you here shortly anyway. Just get you over here on this side of things. We're ready to roll. We'll have to keep an eye on that harvester because obviously we don't want him to harvest the stuff that's not finished yet. How you doing? You're still going maybe about a third of the way there. In fact, how's the contract looking actually? About a third of the way there. So looks pretty good. It's interesting though. Now, like I said, I do want to go ahead and start picking up some silage and stuff and start bundling up some of this grass. I might wait for it to all grow back one more time and just kind of do like a second pass just so I can get maximum I don't know, efficiency as far as just how much I'm bundling up. Mowing grass on the side of a field is usually not too high yield. So if I wait a couple passes and just let the first set of grass sit there and then do another mow later, then it's just easier to pick up a lot more stuff at once. There's the nitrogen level. So it's really, really, well, I guess it makes sense. If we're harvesting, then we need to re-fertilize next time around. There's the yields. Okay. Wow. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be cool. I like this. Still got a ways to go, like I said, to kind of get this figured out and taken care of so that we're actually getting maximum yields, but it is kind of cool to see. Total cost, total earnings. Hmm. I still don't get the yield thing. 5.4. 14,151 right now, liters. And then the line, 5.4 to 3,500 bucks. Don't know if I understand that at all. Huh. I mean, I see fuel. Okay, so we actually have fuel costs. That's cool. We have how much we're paying the AI, vehicle maintenance, all that kind of stuff. That's very cool. How much we actually spend on all the manure and stuff. Just don't get the yield. Is there anything else in the help thing that tells us? Doesn't really say. There's that RTK station that we can set up. I wonder if we can just get a small one to set up right now, actually. Actually, not sure what it would be under miscellaneous, maybe. Building with RTK base station. Shed with RTK base station. Well, obviously, I don't have enough money for that. I don't have money for this either. I could take it on a loan. This helps your AI helpers to drive more precise and do their work faster. Might be worth taking a little bit of a loan to pay for that. Let's set up the small building for now. See what that does for us. I'm just kind of set it up here in the corner. Of course, we're sitting on a bunch of grass over there. So I can't put it up here? What object is it colliding with? Is it colliding with the grass? Seems a little odd. I could put it on this little road. Seems a little odd. Can I put it down here somewhere? No, it's colliding with stuff down here too. I mean, I could put it on the field, but that's not really what I want to do. Okay, apparently I can put it way back up here. Not sure how, but might be worth it. Just to get it off in the corner, out of the way. There we go. Got us a little building. Probably turned the wrong way, but that's okay. Let's go look at that thing. Oh, so we can even see the pH value. pH value is okay. Nitrogen is bad. So we didn't get the fertilization done. Okay, fair enough. That's good to know. Just a building off to the side with an antenna. Guess we'll find out if it actually helps or not. I don't think that's clipping too much of the field. We should be able to get around that mostly okay. Cool. Well, there you go. I mean, I got that. Again, I don't know if we need... I doubt we need that on every field, right? I'm assuming that just works. Does it say anything about it? Provide your vehicles with better GPS signal. This helps your AI drivers to drive more precise and do their work faster. Don't say anything else about it. Just 10 bucks a day. Well, we'll take that and see what it does for us. Good. You're almost full, okay. Yeah, we're definitely getting bad yields off this field. I mean, I thought I had fertilized this after I planted it. I mean, I know I fertilized it at least once, right? I mean, that's part of the planting. We do fertilize it at least once. I'm assuming the fertilization got reset when I loaded the DLC, so that's why we're getting such bad yields all of a sudden, because it probably just resets everything, goes based off the new system, which is fine. I'm okay with spending a little bit of cost and yield just to kind of see the system in play. Now, if we get out of here, so we do see the pH is okay, which starts to tell me that maybe we don't need to lime right away. Maybe we can get by without liming. I mean, it looks like it's a little low in a few spots, but see over here, pH value is bad though. So maybe we will try and lime just to see what happens. I assume it's only going to lime as much as it needs to lime. And all of it needs a little bit of lime, it looks like. I mean, I don't want to over-lime. I would assume over-liming is just as bad as having it under-limed. Because we don't want too much pH. But, and it does say at the bottom there, outdated data. So it will change over time, it appears. And it does appear to be lowering the pH after it harvests, which I guess that makes sense, right? If we come up here, see if I can catch it before it passes and then get back in front of it again, or get behind it, I mean. So come over here. This right here that's about to go through is 6.0. So once he passes by, 5.875. So there you go. So it is taking off a little bit of pH every time he does that, which makes sense. That's logical. Okay. Well, that is cool. So we can actually see the kind of the nitrogen and the pH. Well, the nitrogen is going to go away because it harvested, but like the pH specifically degrade over time, which kind of goes back to that whole, you kind of need to lime like every three harvests or so. And this is going to help us kind of understand that a bit better. Very, very cool. I mean, according to this, we're going to make about 6,000 bucks off this field, even with the cost that we've already put into it, which is pretty awesome. And that's with the nitrogen being bad before we go across it. So just think, wait and see, and when we get the yields at the right spot, how much money we're going to be making off these fields. That is very, very cool. I like it. Wonder if there's going to be soil sample contracts. They're kind of cool. fact, we can check right now, see if there's anything there like that. Harvesting, fertilizing, spraying, sowing, harvesting. Just a bunch of normal stuff. Alright, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, we'll finish up harvesting this field and start kind of hopefully seeing some more of this precision farming stuff in action as we probably go through a cycle of liming. Obviously, we're going to be fertilizing with the new seed and stuff like that. So hopefully see all that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys had a chance to try out the precision farming? Got any thoughts, suggestions, ideas, whatever? But I think it's kind of cool. It's, like I said, a little bit extra realism. All fields aren't created alike, which sounds realistic to me. I mean, you're not going to have an identical field all the time. So I think it's pretty cool. I think I'm going to have some fun with it. But, hey, at some point, maybe we have to add in the seasons, right? Just add this in, add the seasons in, just have it super realistic at some point. We'll see. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.